Today, Doug wants to tell you a story about the love between his parents. But really though, in the spirit of it being Valentines, we thought we could do a little video about love and marriage. I apologize for my appearance, but this is just an example of one piece of love, which is loving one another in, I was going to say sickness and in health.
I'm unapologetically me.
Not sure how that goes.
Heard it on TV. One of my favorite parts of Valentine's Day was back in the day when you're in elementary school and the night before you would craft your shoebox. And it was your Valentine's Day shoebox. And you'd put the little slit in and then you'd go get your cards. And you know, you'd pick out those special cards for the little girl in class you had a crush on. And you'd write them something. Sometimes you put little candies in there. My favorite thing to do to my crushes, I'd spray a little cologne on the card. I was gonna give it to them. That is playa.
How did that work out for you? Because I see you didn't end up with any of those women that you sprayed cologne on their cards.
That's all I wanted to say.
Oh gosh, he's rolling back up.
I like rolling on these things.
Our chairs in our dining room have casters on them, which means they just roll all about. I'm sure that's going to be great. Choosing the white chairs as well as the chairs with wheels on them
torn up
is going to be
floor.
great. So they did tell me at Restoration Hardware, they were like, depending on the size of your family members' guests, they were like, do you have any large family members? And I was like, do you want me to tell you what all my family members weigh and you tell me if they might damage the floor? Yes.
That ain't no good.
Anyways.
Yeah, Aunt Gertrude's fat.
We don't have an Aunt Gertrude. They just said depending on that and the if our hardwood floor was hard or soft, which I would assume a hardwood floor would be hard, but it's not necessarily the case for ours, I don't think.
Let's bring it back around
to Valentine's
Day.
Anyways.
It's a week of love.
It is a week of love.
It's a week of kindness.
Sorry, this is going off the rails.
Talk about love.
I do have a lot to say about love because people ask us that question a lot. So I did actually, I'm doing content calendars. I'm doing a content calendar now about things that we're going to be showing on Instagram and YouTube. YouTube. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. One thing that a lot of people say that they would like is more Q&A style video and more videos about like finding the perfect match, about, you know, if you're single, how do you find the perfect person? How do you like wait? What do you do like during the waiting time? I get a lot of questions about that.
I'm listening.
Oh, it's
I'm just
distracting
listening.
me. But that really was one of the most requested things.
Don't sell yourself short.
I'm going to go in this direction for a little bit. And I'm going to
I
do
thought you wanted me to tell about what to do in the meantime when you're looking for love.
Yeah, I know. I do want you to, but we're going to say it separately. If I had a word of advice for those people looking for love or those people who are in a relationship where they're like, is this it? I just say don't settle. Do you agree with that? We were not the kind of people that only like dated one person. We dated a lot of people before we ended up with each other. So you see what you like, you see what you don't like, and then don't be afraid to get married later in life. Don't feel like you got to get married right as soon as you turn into an adult. You got plenty of time. Now, people do make it work, sometimes getting married young, but I think that that's really a great thing about us, that we waited until we were older to get married. Do you?
I do. I think I think we learn more about ourselves being in other relationships and dating other people. Kind of learn how you operate, what you do and don't like, where your boundaries are, all that good stuff. And I think we were getting married late really gave us kind of a head start. So yeah.
Some of my favorite Valentine's Day dates in the past were in Nashville. There are 10 million new restaurants at all times, and you can always have a great Valentine's Day date or night date at a new restaurant. And we've eaten at Husk and City House. These are some of our favorite like date night places. Tree House we did one year. Jeff Ruby's. You know what we don't like though? Neither Kyle or I like, nor whatever the correct grammar is. I do not like when they have a fixed menu. I want to order something that I like with my Valentine.
So I've got a question for you. What is something you would tell people to kind of be aware of when they're planning a Valentine's date, or really just all you
have to do is ask the question.
Let's try this again. So what kind of advice do you have, for people still looking for love?
I definitely think that the most important thing, do not look for a partner that will fix the holes within yourself. You got to plug them up.
That's good.
On your own, because that is a dead end street. I've done that before. I think I was fishing in a partner to be like, oh, I don't feel fulfilled in this, or like, oh, I'm not really sure about this. Oh, let's find someone else to tell me that I am, instead of having to do the hard work of finding it within yourself. That sounds so typical and therapy-y, but Lord have mercy, is that the truth? Would you say so? Kyle can't answer questions from behind the camera for some reason.
No.
He's like, they can't see.
I fully agree with that. They call it the white knight syndrome. That white knight ain't gonna come riding in and fix all your problems. And
what?
two,
the white knight syndrome is where like a man comes swooping in, like when their friend is dating a girl and they are like, hey, he's not for you, let me save you. That's the white knight.
Yeah, I taught you about the white knight.
I heard it on like The Bachelor or something.
Anyway, I think that goes to us working really well together and just being older. We kind of know about us, what makes ourselves happy.
We're not that old. We're acting like we're really old. What I'm saying is like older, like we didn't get married when we were 20.
Right.
I figured myself out in like my early 20s.
Yeah, it takes a while to figure yourself. You've got to find out what makes you happy and kind of know how to make yourself happy. And that's not saying your partner won't, help your shortcomings or compliment those. But yeah.
Every once in a while when he gets serious, I'm like looking at him like, is he about to say something smart? Elicky?
I thought this was a tape about love.
It was about love. We're very tired right now. We're very tired parents right now. That's also, you really see the love that you have for another person too when you have a child, which having a child isn't for everyone, but for the people that it is for, that was the most special time as a relationship. For sure was having that sweet baby. And speaking of, so now that we have a baby, aligning a babysitter to go on dates, i.e. Valentine's, is always a challenge. We don't have a ton of sitter help. We have someone that helps 3 hours, 2 days a week. And she was like, do you guys want to go on a Valentine's date? And we were like,
yes. I love going on dates.
We do. We really love going
on
dates.
I do. So that's kind of my thing.
And to all those of you who are out there just looking for love, I just want to suggest...
Go find your white knight.
That's not... This is just going off the rails. Let's just cook some dinner. When Kyle does the dishes, which is a lot, he tells me that I can't dirty up more dishes. So
just not immediately.
There's that limbo of time where I'm trying to use paper plates and stuff because I'm not allowed to dirty up the dishes. Now this will last about a day, but I'm cooking dinner tonight and we're gonna do a HelloFresh meal because luckily most of these HelloFresh meals you can just do like 1 or 2 pots, just a couple minimal pieces, so that you don't let doing dishes ruin and wreck everything, because that can really set Kyle off.
Thank God.
Can't it? I want to make like some mint lemonade. This is also easy because I didn't have to go to the dang grocery store. I feel like we go to the grocery store every day. We do live really close to the grocery store and we love like going to Whole Foods and stuff, and we always have a stocked fridge and everything, but when you don't have everything and you want to cook something full out and different, I just feel like this is great. You don't have to worry about going to the grocery store or meal planning or prep or anything. And then you have more time to spend with the ones you love.
What you whipping up?
Za'atar crusted grilling cheese.
Oh my God.
Have you ever grilled a cheese? I've grilled a grilled cheese sandwich, but I have never grilled a block of cheese. I am excited to grill this cheese. So I have chopped some zucchini that I put right here, and then a purple onion. I minced some purple onion, I've got some mint, I've got some halved cherry tomatoes. I'm gonna start the couscous on the stove.
Get loose.
Anyway, I know everyone's gonna be like, I'm so nervous with Mallory waving that knife around. Honestly, I make myself nervous. So everything that we've been eating lately, we are feeding to Ford. And a lot of people have requested a video on like a 9/10 month update, how Ford's doing with transitioning with breastfeeding and everything, what kind of food he's eating. So we are gonna do that video. We'll probably film it this week. But that being said, we're cooking this and he's gonna eat exactly what we're eating, which is great because all of these recipes are family friendly, they're kid tested, they're great for picky eaters. So it's great when you can cook one thing that your whole family can eat. So we love having these family plan recipes just because he can eat them too. And here's a question about my cooking. So when we first started dating 6+ years ago, we can't remember if it was 7 years, 6 years, whatever. Were you really impressed by my cooking?
Yes.
Remember when I used to like make fried chicken from scratch?
Yeah.
I didn't even know how to make fried chicken, and I literally whipped it up from nothing, and it was straight from the heavens. Do you remember that?
I always love your cooking. I'm here to get this train back on the love train, which would be in Valentine's Day.
And I'm cooking the couscous over here.
One great idea for Valentine's is, my wife's about to blow me up, is to cook with your significant other.
I actually really love that.
And actually HelloFresh is perfect because everything's done. It's easy to do. It's kind of all just set out for you so you can't screw it up, fellas. Well, we've cooked a meal before, haven't we?
On Valentine's?
Yeah.
I feel like most days we've gone on Valentine's dates, but sometimes Valentine's weeks we cook special Valentine's. I feel like Valentine's isn't just one day for us. We're just celebrating love for the whole week.
Oh.
So now I'm gonna add in this couscous. I've already got that minced onion in there that I'm cooking down. I like to follow the directions. It gives me different ideas and kind of different takes on cooking things.
Did you ever
And what's awesome about this too is it is super inexpensive. I think it starts at like $6.99 a serving, which is way less than if I'd gone to Whole Foods and bought all the stuff to like make something like this. That's another reason that we like this.
Do you ever put any juice in the couscous?
Yeah, I'm gonna put 1 cup of water and some chicken stock. You just do some olive oil, salt and pepper. I know everybody's about to ask me where these came from.
My dad.
I don't know where they're from though.
Yeah.
We need to find out. What's this brand? Cole and Mason.
Yeah. My dad got that for us on Christmas.
Yeah, but where are they from?
I don't know.
Christmas, they're from Christmas. Now for the grilling of the cheese. Now, if this is something that we end up really liking, I will be grilling more cheese. Who doesn't like a cheese? I love a cheese. So, I'm just very curious of how this is going to turn out, literally grilling a block of cheese. I do love these recipes though because they give me different ideas. You guys know I'm always cooking different things in the kitchen. I'm making up my own recipes and stuff, but sometimes you get stuck in a rut of cooking the same things over and over. And Lord have mercy, if grilling a block of cheese isn't going to spice things up in the kitchen, I don't know what will.
Here's a tip. If you're cooking with a partner on a Valentine's date, make sure your partner tells you when they've already cut open the cheese, so you don't just toss them around and spill cheese juice on the floor.
You have to cut the cheese in half. So I chose to cut it lengthwise because I'm not for sure how we would have cooked all the way through that block. This sauce right here is called za'atar sauce. You're supposed to evenly coat the cheese in this. You grill it in olive oil on the stove. Okay. Now grilling the cheese. Speaking of love and marriage, look at what sometimes you could get.
If you play your cards right on Valentine's, you can get you one of these.
Lord, I missed you.
He just got up from his nap.
Such a sweet guy. You want some grilled cheese? He's like,
heck yeah,
yummy,
what's that smell?
grilling cheese. Oh, hooray!
Do you have any tips on, you know, maybe how a man should approach a woman if they meet on Valentine's Day, if he's interested in going on a date?
Oh, so you're thinking that you're going to find the date on Valentine's Day?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe he could say something like, how are you not on a date this Valentine's Day? Because you are like awesome.
Oh my God. You've been out of the game for a while, haven't you?
Oh gosh.
That looks so good.
Or they could say something like less creepy, like, I'm sure you already have plans tonight, but if you don't, I'd love to take you to blank. Ford likes that one.
How good does that cheese look? Got some veggies. Big mama over here on the couscous.
That is fire. Turn off this computer and go get a block of cheese. Grill it and put it on some couscous with vegetables. I don't know why, but this is next level good. So we're gonna plate these by putting these on top of this. This is like literally outstanding. And that is just another reason that I love cooking these dinners from HelloFresh, because I just got a brand new idea of something that is so good. And for a limited time only, they're doing this special offer where you can get, Ford really wanted to say it, you can get 50% off of your first 2 HelloFresh orders by going to HelloFresh.com and entering Mallory V-Day. So that's for a limited time, so check that out. Thank you so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring and collaborating with us on this vlog. I cannot wait to dive in head first to this. Keep looking for love, ladies and gentlemen. Because if you look hard and long enough, you just might find it. I'm excited to eat some couscous. Oh yeah, oh yeah.